And he concluded, I was very unimpressed when the chairman said that Ato is forcing. Where is he forcing?
Hey, Kasadia, he to what?
One, to strengthen the provisions against monetary financing, to stop, in quote, the printing of money. That is what we are seeking to do here, so that tomorrow another government will not come and print money in excess to be able to create excessive inflation. That is what we are preventing.
Hey, minority for an idea. Ato Forson Yabu. Ato Forson Yabu. Alexander Antonio Markins, Anna Frank, I don't play.
Honorable Speaker, honorable minority leader, can you listen to me? Can you listen to me? Listen. Recognizing that monetary financing bleeds unnecessary inflation.
All because Ghana, cedi, on the brink of first ever annual appreciation against the US dollar since redenomination in 2007. Ghana cedi ne peda aye stronger, aye macho, aye obolobo. Just say upia na mpia. Almost since 2007 now. Papa of a friend of John Adekunku for former president. As a Ghana sika yi 00 bako. Every free sika ni na so. Emma sika ni be akete bogeno. Since that time 2007, basically 2025, first time in the history of Ghana, I see no. I appreciate over the US dollar. I appreciate it change every year. Yeah, I had the best so far. Ato Ghana. Now when a man for body say, hey, any Ato is forcing. Ato is forcing. And Alexander Antonio Markins is a tricky. Ato be na forcing. The Ato ye Ato nim the oyempo. Now apart from no. Afranga don't press say Ato bon rough. Ato nim adwuma. Na Ato nim adwuma nka we. In case me say,
Cannot treat this as it must for the core activities of the ministry. Waste is huge. And he concluded, I was very unimpressed when the chairman said that Ato is forcing. Where is he forcing? Service providers. Then listen to me first. Well, he's trying, but it's not good enough.
Now then, I'm motisa. And then I'm more baso. Anna, Ato say me, Miss Mo respond the mama. Now when I'm say, oh, MPP, where na mo ya sometime go kan, almost say manoa. Almost just say a friend say, men with sharp teeth. Yamia. Enti Franca no don't pray. The way Ato Forson. What in fact, me just say John Dramani Mama. The ministers know who you number 1. Who you baku best 3. Ato Forson. Who you number 3, who you number 2, this who you number 1. Aduma power your bono. Enya aduma ketwa. Na yesi di ya eno na ekuta the entire economy. What must stabilizing o say enye no a. Yo, when Ato Forson say Afanya Markins did na oye no o say as ne mass nka as ne enche ne refi asem o say ane omo the amendment aba omo abeya bo bank of the Central Bank of Ghana o say eno na omo say as MDC for na akotena baby no matwetwe ne ma o say ade na ho na as the oye ti say de unim ayan onkan ana Ato Forson say Afanya Markins unim akin kan ana ade ewom entifa umuku no fa wa the na kan ubehu say amendment dey omo be o kan wa sepi wom da na nema omo ye dey aboa the Central Bank of Ghana na say dey omo say omo be so omo ye na say ebe wiki the Central Bank say munim currency bi mo ba ye no mutimi bi ma ba me adwuma so far successful koye wo zo ti ho na wototo abobo park so and I say with the Bank of Ghana a friend say Governor Johnson Asiema any or no Castle Ato Forson or matna say adwuma ni na hu say de bebuo mu ni o say look emra na NDC ewa abemu no na ono oka Bank of Ghana a board no ka hu bi but I say after 4 years NDC edi nkukuo no na as say free board no so because in the time aso because that time no ono oka board no e the man finance minister papa e friend say tekwe enti ene say yes samra na yes de be ya Bank of Ghana because why strong. The central bank ebetime agina brane. Na ne sika sema ye akoye. Na what mama Ghana ye hwan haye. O se enye no anom guso amuye. Ah? Na dey no ma ya tra so hu bi da.
Some few points. Right, Honorable Speaker. This amendment bill is rather supposed to strengthen the central bank and not to take its powers away from them. It is rather giving more powers to the central bank. Mr. Speaker, in doing so, let me now begin with the statement made by the minority leader. Mr. Speaker, the very provision that he's making reference to has always been in the Bank of Ghana Act since 2020. Mr. Speaker, it is not new. This provision he's making reference to has always been in the Central Banks Act. The reason why we are seeing it here is that we restated it and added another sub-clause. Mr. Speaker, they are not new. And so I urge the minority leader to go and take the enactment, the original enactment, and compare it with what we are actually passing today. They are not new. Mr. Speaker, let me make this point again. Right, Honorable Speaker.
Tell him to pay attention.
Right, Honorable Speaker. The Honorable Minority Leader, can you listen to me? Can you listen to me?
Listen.
Mr. Speaker, they are not new at all. In fact, since the original enactment, there have been 2 amendments, and all of them we have restated it. Mr. Speaker, this is coming on the back of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, let me refer you to Article 183 of the Constitution. The Bank of Ghana shall be the Central Bank of Ghana, 1831, and shall be the only authority to issue the currency of Ghana. 2 says that the Bank of Ghana shall, A, promote and maintain the stability of the currency of Ghana and direct and regulate the currency system in the interest of the economic progress of Ghana. So, Speaker, it goes on to say that, B, it shall be the sole custodian of state funds of Ghana, both in and outside Ghana, and may by notice published in the Gazette authorize any other person or authority to act as a custodian of any such fund as may be specified in this notice. Then C says that encourage and promote economic development. Encourage and promote economic development and the efficient utilization of the resources of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, oftentimes wrong impressions has been created that the central bank's only mandate is price stability. They have a constitutional mandate of economic development. And Mr. Speaker, and that is actually in Article 1833 of the 1992 Constitution. I am not the one who wrote this Constitution. It is the responsibility of the central bank to promote economic development. Mr. Speaker, all what we are seeking to do here is to lift what is in the original enactment because of the new amendment that it contributes to the promotion and maintenance of financial stability in the country. That's all. It is not new. It is not new. It was in the 617, it was in the 917 Act. All of them, the same thing. So, Mr. Speaker, it is not new. Right, Honorable Speaker. Rather, what we are seeking to do here is one, to strengthen the provisions against monetary financing, to stop, in quote, the printing of money. That is what we are seeking to do here, so that tomorrow another government will not come and print money in excess to be able to create excessive inflation. That is what we are preventing. Mr. Speaker, we all know that monetary financing is against the progress of a country, and there should be some form of breaks in an act, and that is what this act seeks to do. Mr. Speaker, what we have done here is to mandate the minister responsible for finance to brief Parliament as soon as we reaches the threshold of 5% against previous year's revenue, and to assure the House remedies that they are putting in place to correct those monetary financing. Mr. Speaker, that is all what we are seeking to do. Mr. Speaker, we are strengthening the hands of Parliament in the law to mandate the minister responsible for finance to appear before you and to account and to tell us the reason.
I think a friend is saying since 2007, Ghana your currency ejina brand ejina ye pa no under this current administration ono and a finance minister. And all these things is to make sure say the Central Bank of Ghana your economy ebe stabilize ebe jina ye na Ghanaians are omo etimi trade with a friend say ye Ghana your currency no omo be hen omo be to omo say the be ya Ghana for so be hen because say neman eba no mo ton a ye na ye sha say na ya na ye de ma ye enti ye the final consumer wo and they can never go so. And the Ato Forson say or certain you say the minority leader. I listen that for your markets, not trouble. Not on kind here, as all kind every year, or in the Venyasum. I'm saying, hey, Cassadia, he to what hey. May say every day, minority leader for your markets budget. Then be out by the Mount Nipple back one corner, and you go grass or hotacono. Hey, Ato Forson. Papa and I not yati pa. Na adwuma o say ye no nsani me pa so na ye ntia na kenoforiata na o mismanage ye niema na ono ye ntia Ato Forson
recognizing that monetary financing bleeds unnecessary inflation. Mr. Speaker, that is what we are seeking to do. Mr. Speaker, aside that, today we have a central bank that has negative equity. Mr. Speaker, we are putting in place measures to compel the government of the day to automatically recapitalize the central bank from 2034. Mr. Speaker, this is because it takes a while to move it from negative equity. And so we will gradually move it from negative equity to positive equity and enshrine it in law so that anytime the central bank reaches negative equity position, the government of the day will be compelled to recapitalize the central bank, because this is the central bank of the state. Mr. Speaker, this is best practice. It is done everywhere in the world. Mr. Speaker, let someone challenge me that is not the case in other jurisdictions. That is what it is. And so, Mr. Speaker, this bill is rather strengthening the central bank, not to weaken it. Mr. Speaker, again, let me make this point. And it's important I make this point. Mr. Speaker, after practicing democracy since 1992 and over 30 years of this particular Fourth Republic, we have learned our lessons, and we should certainly learn our lessons. Mr. Speaker, you have a central bank of state where anytime there's a change of government, sometimes it takes up to 12 months. Mr. Speaker, we've seen one that it took 10 months before the board of the central bank was reconstituted. Mr. Speaker, in doing so, what we are seeking to do here is that regardless of a change of government, the central bank, being the central bank of the Republic of Ghana, or the Bank of Ghana the Central Bank of the Republic of Ghana, must run until the time that the government of the day is ready to change the board.
This is wisdom.
Mr. Speaker, this is because we have seen it happen. Mr. Speaker, I had the privilege to serve on the central bank as a board member. I served for 4 years. When there was a change of government, I did not attend board meetings any longer because I felt that I was there to represent the Minister of Finance. It took 7 months before the board was reconstituted. But the central bank must run. Beyond the politics, the central bank must run. And that is why we are saying that there should be a system in place where the central bank, the governing board of the central bank, must be in place until the government of the day decide. And so that is the rendition in the bill. So, Mr. Speaker, all what we are seeking to do here is rather to strengthen the governance, the corporate governance of the central bank, and to give them more powers for them to be able to perform their monetary policy. Mr. Speaker, let me make this final point. I recall in 2015, this same House debated and approved the current Bank of Ghana Act, amended Act. Mr. Speaker, the significant difference between what we approved in 2015 and what existed then was the fact that in the past, the Ministry of Finance nominate someone to serve on the Monetary Policy Committee. Mr. Speaker, we felt that impedes on the independence of the central bank. Because, Mr. Speaker, the Constitution guarantees the independence, monetary policy independence for the central bank. In other words, the functional autonomy of the central bank. And so what we seek to do at the time was to move the Ministry of Finance, being the fiscal agency, from the Monetary Policy Committee. Today is a different story. And all of this were done at the time to strengthen the independence of the central bank. Today, the central bank is strong as long as independence is concerned. There is a proposal before this House to go a little bit more. Mr. Speaker, it is for the House to decide. It is for the House to decide. But all what we are seeking to do here is nothing short of strengthening the central bank to be able to perform their constitutional mandate of price stability and development. That's all. That's all. That's all what we are seeking to do, and not to rather allow the Ministry of Finance to encourage Bank of Ghana to print money. No, it is the reverse. Thank you very much, sister.
Party now working for Yata. Now about 90 MPs from the MPP side. Actually, I'm a lawyer and the appear could be. And a champion agenda no. And nanti ko na nado dan kwa kufa His Excellency former president Jesse Papa over as a finance minister onimchi omwa baby odi currency ikwe die mo be ma Ghana fokura tezo mo no mo so moto abama ye ahwe ombafu ye ahwe asembeto hwiensi ya mpamo no enti say if at some point even more MPs are multi parliament no na mo nyi mo finance minister nia compare that one, compare that man, compare how he performed to their Ato Forson. Now said me surviving under the 8 years of a first and another than Kwako Fwadwa. Now said the team with have you. They are 2 a.m. and can have it. And pro. For Ghanaians, we know Ato is forcing. For Ghanaians, yenim, they be not Ghana a city and that. Yenim, they were not Ghana, ye bre. Yenim hawa. Now man for this managing yema. Yet you got 50 billion Ghana cities. Near the Bible reserve. And then you say, your reserve, other Jacob before your friends say, $10 billion US dear ship. Now, amount for Santia say, in the church, I say, basa. Now, I don't know, and you took now for some money, do ye one quadruple bushnya and Eurobond for Papa, if you can of the former finance minister, 3 seconds, be a note, Eurobond for Ogodilo. And the year, President Abo Ghana na, Oka Mulo Omodia. Any day, Nana Banka go for Quadia over a door to Chenny Brebe. Ne a Chenny Brebe. Just a can't be a common idea, Buma, or beat you be a. I have between we now combined. And are we not seeing different light? Are we not seeing some sunshine? Are we today? Are we not in a stabilized economy? And the last time I auto the auto and the sound auto and no one and society. So we will go through all these things and then minority leader, I love that for your markets. Sometimes it's minimum. MPP for now more parliament. Like, do you want to talk so that the MPP will know that look more represented? And I say Mukasa out of anger say NDC for now be too much for kunyaso. And I say and then our more overwhelming majority no. Say sometimes you want to create a bit of chaos, sometimes you want to create a bit of confusion, sometimes you create an argument because sometimes realistically some of the debates I course were Ghana parliament. Now a lawyer, a learned colleague, honorable, will be a work of parliament about several years, will be a real party politics now the argument nippon make here. What translate no be just na where's way? The mu ye ebe bo amode. As the mu kan na mo Ghana fo bufu mo. Enti minim say wo ba na obu ya fu. Wote Frankano don press ono Ato is forcing Ato on forcing ka preba na Ato pre onya good. Tell Ato no nya good finance minister. La ilaha illallah. Wo say Ato enya good finance minister. Who are not on pray. But you move but for comment to comment section as it means over that. Daddy means more move in a mood that banty may say one farm comment no and to comment section as Munka been Frank cannot pray. Now Ato or forcing and as Ato he's not forcing. To me, for me, as a truth teller, I'm meeting naked truth to make out say me for me Ato is forcing. But if since 2007, for the first time in the history of Ghana, your currency are overperforming that of United States of America dollars. Yeah. Now, meaning the other person because I know and a measuring rod. And only a decoton yama, a different amount for Masua. As I told you, when now Franca, not on press Ato is not forcing. Yeah. Ebia na also in the yard. But Cabem, so only in the yard can be written. Can be written. Now the Omuye MBVOE. I ran a Mumpen in Funibia. Omuli di omama MPP at no position at check. Because if you are making this kind of argument to Ghanaians and most have sound mind, most can now make a proper political argument. And the people are following politics keenly with interest. And this is now over that amount for the Tunyumbi. Now you want a friend saying 3 seconds in Yumbia. Sebi, young who the team who in Naya, Massa, Ghana for Bedo. Ghana for Bedo. For comment to comment section as is Ato forcing. No, Frank, I don't press Ato is not forcing. But you think Ato is forcing? Now MPP ni Frank, I don't pray. How on earth? I know nobody make criticize Ato forcing. Abra, on the finance minister for the 7 years. For that, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. For comment to comment section as we are subscribe, like it. Na share mo nya so enyabi. Edi no bago pe Maxi Billian. I will naked truth. Oldboga trends. Accra. Bye bye.